seems like you've been drinking. You say the alphabet starting with M?
Alphabet.
Hey, it's What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe show. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, what up, Doe? It's your boy, OG Tim Wilson. And I am here for the What Up Doe show. It is the last What Up Doe show of 2024. So next year, I can't make the What Up Doe show and the year rhyme. Right now, after this show, it's the What Up Doe show for 2024. This is the last time because next time is going to be 2025. So there it is, y'all. This is our New Year's special. We may do a New Year's Eve special showdown. I don't know. We're going to get back to that. But just in case, I've got a showdown type rant that I want to get off my chest tonight. Because it can't wait. Because I don't know if I'm going to get the chance. So I'm going to do it now. And other than that, we also going to do some recapping of 2024. We're going to, of course, cover the stories for this week. And then we're going to do some recapping of 2024. We're going to have a good time, man. And I am here. I'm your boy, OG Tim Wilson. I am here with none other than the Outlaws, the super producer, DJ Rob45. What's happening, man?
What's good? What's good?
What's good? What's good? Also, the graphic wizard Waze is in the building. What up, though? He's muted. Okay. All right. Let's see.
God damn it. I said what's good, but you know.
Not your mic. That's for sure.
I had to go and have me a big Edism tonight.
There it is. There it is. And also in the building, we've got none other than the big Stepper Dune. What up, Dow?
Yeah. What up, Doe? What's the word?
You got it. You got it. You got it. So next year, we closing in on the end of 2024. We will be going on to Boom's TV on Roku. So we're looking forward to that. And it's going to be interesting because if you go to Boom's TV right now, it's lacking this type of quality and entertainment. So I think we'll be a big hit on Boom's TV. Should be cool. DJ Boom has a station. I've done my research. Watched it. DJ Boom, they are changing it. It was Boom Boom Room. It's Boom Boom Room now. But as of today, they changed the name to Boom's TV.
Yep.
Oh.
So it'll be Boom's TV with Booms with a Z TV on Roku. Really cool. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun to be able to cut it on and see us on there. Chopping it up with Pops is like their big show now, and I think we got chopping it up with Pops beat.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all love. It's not competition. It'll be fun to see it all go down. That said, meanwhile, back at the ranch. We had a letter came through from none other than my friend, my brother, Johnny the Mechanic.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Let's see if I can find it here. I want to open it up for you, and because I want to address it. I don't want to misquote him because I know he's sensitive. I want to make sure that I quote him correctly as I read what he wrote.
This should be cute.
To Dejan, to us, by way of Dejan, right? For some reason, he won't communicate directly with me, but look, Johnny the Mechanic, Jab, however you want me to call you, we've been knowing each other my whole life. We've been friends for life, we're brothers for life, period. Fantasy football is fantasy football, and ain't getting in between this. But I want to read this, and I want to address this directly because I want you to know the real reason why this is not going to happen. So he says that, well, I'll back up a bit. Dejan said, "Hey, blah blah blah. We want to battle your Ghetto Girl crew, whatever. That's his crew called the Ghetto Boys. He called them the Ghetto Girls. And he said, I want my crew back in the mix. I want Ted Augustus and Joe back in the mix. At least we didn't cheat, y'all, like somebody I know. I ain't we. That's a story for another. That's another day. So his response was long winded. Never wanted them to leave. I never wanted them to leave. We didn't leave. We were removed. Okay. Waves went ballistic with his pictures of men kissing men and got booted. I tried to stop it, but he went too far. I tried to reverse it, but he didn't want to come back. I wasn't a part of that. I ain't in it. No comment. OG, meaning me, kicked me out of the Nasty League. True. A league I've been in since 2008. Somewhat off and on, but true enough. I dominated it. False. You've never even won my league. You went to the finals once, and I personally beat your ass in the finals the one time you made it. You have not dominated my league. So let that lie. All right? So if we were beefing over fantasy football, let's go. I ain't beefing over nothing. It ain't no beef. I ain't got no beef. All right? We ain't beefing about nothing. But if you're gonna kick me out of leagues, why are you here? I ain't kicking you out of leagues with an S. Kicked you out of one league. I don't want you talking about my league and your group, and I don't want you talking about your group in my league, and you do too much of both. But we'll get back to that, right? And so you had to go, and so did all your people had to go because you used them as spies to find out what's going on in my league and still talk about my league and your group. This way, your mouth got you and your people kicked out. Let's put it that way. They got kicked out because of you. So, finishing that, if we're kicking people out of leagues while you're here, I'm here for fantasy football. What's the point of talking if we're not competing? We're not competing. I mean, like 20-something leagues, and you're in damn near all of them. We're not competing? Really? Whatever. Over one league. Over one league. Were you saying we're not? Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, I would love them to come back. Sure, you would. So I can rub in their faces how the Ghetto Boys dominated you, which only you were in that one. I'm not in it, but Dejan, meaning Dejan, and them in the squabble. Well, Waze is not in the squabble. I am. That's me and Dejan in the squabble. How I dominated their smoke session, which is still going. He's dominated smoke session. How SWG dominated them in Bloodsport, and Bloodsport is not over, and I'm still in it. Just to name a few. If they show up, all they got coming is heat. However, they got to leave that nasty boy crazy shit at the door. If they're capable of that, let's bring them back before the Super Bowl. So, okay, so that's the bottom line. First and foremost, let's address all the bullshit. You ain't mentioned World War, where you getting your ass kicked, where we stumping your ass. All right, you ain't mentioned that one, and you in it. You are there. We stumping your ass in that one. You ain't mentioned that. You ain't dominated shit on the nasty football league. You ain't dominated shit in the blood sport because it ain't over. It's still going. I'm still in it. And right now, Joe Burrow got about 93 points and counting. All right, so that one ain't over yet. So let's call that's and then you framed that last part with like an ultimatum that we got to meet to get back in your group. Because, see, I know what happened here. You got this illusion that we were complaining to Dejan about getting kicked out, and we asking him to talk to you to get us back in because we want back in. Dejan want us back in. We didn't ask him. He was asking on his own behalf because he would like for us to be back in. We didn't ask for it. So you ain't taking your ultimatum. You can take your ultimatum and shove them up your fantasy football ass because we not interested in that. I'm not doing it. It ain't no ultimatum. And then you're going to send an invite to him to send to me. You got my information. You can get to me. I didn't ask. I was kicked out the group. And you had a problem. You didn't kick me out over me kicking you out the league. You kicked me out because I said the reason I kicked you out was because fuck you. That's why. And it was hot. Yeah, maybe I was wrong for saying it. We was hot. It was fresh off the draft. We was all hyped up. I was real hyped. We were talking shit, and I said, you know why we kicked you out the league? Cause fuck you. That's why. And you got mad, and that's why you kicked me out the group. So own that. Own that first. Own that the real reason you kicked me out the group. It ain't because we ain't competing, because we are competing. Because how you gonna say in one line we ain't competing and then name 3 leagues we competing in right behind that, right? So you double talking yourself. So don't give me the BS. If you want me back in, then you send me an invite and say, yo, I want you back in. Why don't you come back in? And I'll consider it, maybe. But if this ain't it. And I'm out. I'm good. I can honestly say I've had a nice, fun, peaceful, drama-free year of fantasy football not being in that group. Because that type of bullshit is the type of bullshit and the type of drama I don't need. And that's the type of drama that you always got. It tells me that you're on the same old bullshit you always on. And come next year, when we get down to it, you'll talk all off season. And when I get myself on this microphone, where you can't respond and you can't twist your narrative like you're doing in this letter, you get mad and kick me out the group. Because I posted in your group for everybody to hear me call you out on your bullshit, and you don't like that, so you kick me out so that they can't see it, hoping to hide it from them. But that's okay. I'm just letting you know that's my ultimatum. If you want me back in, you send me the invite. You invite me personally, directly, then I'll consider it. But as of now, this shit is a no. Thank you. Goodbye, and that's a wrap.
Hey, OG. And going off of what you said and how he mentioned me about it, my response is the exact same. It has been since they kicked me out in the first place. When he was talking to me about this, he was telling me to go and apologize and then request to go back in. I said no. Y'all is the ones saying I need to be back in there. Send me the invite and I'll consider it. The invite never came. That was it. Period. It still stands. All you gotta do is very simple. Send me an invite and I'll consider it. But I've had a very good, happy, fun-filled fantasy football season without him.
I did, and I'll say this, man. I have not divulged the real reason why I kicked y'all out, and there's a reason for it. This year, BSB is getting kicked out too, and there's a reason for it. And it's none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good enough to know that I don't want my group talked about in my league talked about in your group, and I don't want your group talked about in my league, and you do too much of both. And I'm going to leave it at that. Outside of that, it's between us. Everybody in this group, right in this room right here, knows exactly why I did what I did. And it ain't no beef. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with beef. It ain't got nothing to do with, it ain't nothing personal. It's all fantasy football. It just don't involve you. Period.
Everything is about you.
Carry on. That said, man, let's get on with the show.
What Up Doe Sports?
Teddy Bridgewater won a state championship at his high school alma mater and has now re-signed with the Detroit Lions.
Wow. Okay.
You know what, though? I would not be upset with that at all, only for this simple fact. Hendon Hooker's about to have him a coach and a mentor outside of his coach and mentor.
Right.
I totally believe that's why they brought him back. I totally believe that's I think the main two reasons they wanted to bring him back was that, what you just said, and B, if we need that back, if for whatever reason we need our backup in the playoffs, I might trust Teddy a little more than Hendon Hooker right now. I'd rather have a veteran.
Yeah.
If I gotta have a backup for a few downs, I'd rather have somebody that's been there, done it. That's a veteran, as opposed to the rookie. Right now, he ain't no future, But you're right. He might be an understudy for one of the coordinators because it looks like everybody's trying to snatch him up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Johnson did, by the way, mention again that he plans to stay in Detroit. But I digress. That was for Rob for 5.
Look, I'm sitting here like, don't do it.
That
Please
was
don't
for
do it.
Rob.
Please
That was
don't
for
do it.
Rob. That was for Rob.
I'm trying to hold back.
That was for
I'm trying to
Rob.
hold back.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to Google that one. You probably want to leave that one alone. He probably don't want to Google that one.
Trying to hold back.
Greg Gumbel, sportscaster, for a long time, passed away this week. Just yesterday, right?
Yep.
Today, by the way, is the 28th that we're recording because I know you're seeing this pre-recorded. Today is the 28th of December. So yeah. So and by the way, Merry Christmas to how was everybody's Christmas? We didn't get to talk about that. I jumped right into that old yes. But rest in peace to Greg Gumbel, and then let's talk about this. We'll get back to Christmas. But rest in peace to Greg Gumbel. Brother Brian Gumbel, by the way.
Brian's still alive, ain't he?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I do believe. I believe so. As far as I know, he is.
And Greg actually, just in case people are wondering how he passed of cancer. He died of cancer.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't know. I did not know. Fun fact, if the Lions and Vikings both win this week, one of them will become the first team to win 14 games and lose their division.
Wow.
That's just showing how dominant the NFC North pretty much is.
The black and blue division is back.
Speaking of which,
You guys are setting me up for these, man. I can just that was a softball lob. I could have just knocked that one clean out the park, but I'm trying to stay away from that rabbit hole.
there's this guy who does these shorts videos. It's not a full podcast. He does sports shorts videos. And before the season, he did a prediction of each division, how they would finish. And this is what he had to say about the NFC North.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you my 2024 final standings for the NFC North. Now, I'm doing this for each and every single division, so make sure you like and follow so you never miss an episode. Fourth place, I have the Minnesota Vikings. I was high on them when J.J. McCarthy was out there during the preseason, but how much are you expecting from Sam Darnold? What can Justin Jefferson really do by himself for this squad? 5-12 for the Vikings, unfortunately. Next year might be better. Third place, I have the Green Bay Packers going 10-7. Look, guys, this is going to be a wildly competitive division. I really would like the Green Bay Packers to surround Jordan Love with at least one more credible weapon. I think the whole Josh Jacobs addition was very much a lateral move in the first place, but I think 10-7 is pretty respectable. Next up, I have the Detroit Lions going 11-6. Look, they ended up addressing their secondary issues in the draft during free agency. Amon-Ra St. Brown is completely ready to go. Maybe you have some new rookies, some second, some third year step up. I think the Lions are going to book it right back into the playoffs. And hottest take of the year right now, boys. You're right. I got the Chicago Bears. I'm a Caleb Williams believer. I wasn't at first. Now I am. 12-5, first place, NFC North Division champions.
As a diehard Bears fan, I didn't even see 12-5.
Oh my God, dude.
Crazy, dude.
he didn't get a single placement right.
Eagles.
Oh, wait, he got the Green Bay right.
Green Bay right, yeah.
I want what he was smoking for the smoke session.
That was next level.
John, what was you saying?
No, I just thought he was gonna say the Eagles. Honestly.
In the NFC North?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I heard FC. Okay, I got you.
He's doing the North.
I got you.
Well, yeah, I would have never have put the Bears up above Detroit. Maybe the other two, yeah. But I wouldn't have put them above Detroit. Detroit was on fire last year, and they seem poised to make a deep run again this year.
Mm,
Uh,
mm.
yeah, I think we all kind of saw Detroit as being the team to beat in the North.
Mhm.
We thought Chicago would do better than they've done.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that we did. None of us picked them to win the division 12-5.
No.
Crazy, crazy noise right
And I'm a diehard Bears fan, and I wouldn't have even done that.
there. So how was Christmas? Before we move on to the next, before we move on, how was Christmas?
Christmas was good. Boys got pretty much what they wanted. Me and the wife took a back seat, and we'll
Okay, Waze, how
get
about
ours
you?
later. But yeah, Christmas was good.
It wasn't me this time.
No, I know he froze. That's why I didn't know. How was yours, Waze?
My Christmas was dope. You know, family, we all did our thing. Kids got pretty much what they wanted, and I can't say what they wanted, what they got, and they were very much happy with what they got.
Good.
We don't really care much about what they want, just a general idea of what they're looking for.
Sure.
And then Kim got hooked up really well. I hooked her up with her heated blanket and her own little headphones and stuff, and I got me my little cleaning table for cutting up my fish and my deer.
Good. Good. D, how was your Christmas?
Man, Christmas was good, man. I must honestly say I ate real good. Uh, Christmas Eve was off the chain, so I managed to go
Sound is
see
terrible.
Holly.
Your sound is terrible. You're breaking up.
Okay, y'all hear me?
You're breaking up a lot. You're breaking up a lot. So yeah, my Christmas was good. It was cool. I didn't do much. It was pretty relaxed. Christmas is still going though. I'm getting like gifts because most of my family is out of town, and I'm just getting gifts still coming in. Come home and I got another gift at the door, and I kind of like that. It elongates my Christmas.
Right?
Kind of like Dejan and I actually haven't been able to meet back up and exchange gifts yet. So, yeah. So hopefully maybe we'll get to do that tomorrow.
I got him something good though. You gonna enjoy this one.
Okay. All right. I've been happy with every single thing that I've received so far. I will say that I've been happy with 100% of everything I received, and I'm super grateful because hey, this is a Christmas I can honestly say I almost didn't make it to, and I am thankful that I'm here, and this year is almost over, and I'm almost into the next year, and I'm very grateful for it. And with that said, I want to say a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to each and every one of you out there that's watching. Yes, that includes you, Johnny Mechanic, if you're still watching. Let's see here. What we got next? Dejan, you want to say something real quick? I just want to see if you're back yet.
Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we heard you that time.
Y'all hear me? Okay. All right, cool.
What Up Doe Entertainment?
All right. So What Up Doe Entertainment? We got something interesting. I was today years old when I learned this. Do you see Training Day? Did everybody see Training Day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the scene where Eva Longoria was his girl, and they had the son.
Yep.
The little boy. I was today years old when I found out who that little boy is. That little boy is a Boston Celtic star Jason Tatum.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So he get royalty.
He's getting royalties. Not that he would miss him.
Right?
Sure, he's making more with the Celtics
Yeah.
than he is off of those royalty checks. But yeah.
That's crazy. Who would have thought about that? Okay. I've seen that movie 1,000 times. I would have never thought about that.
Ever.
Ever.
It don't even seem like it was long enough ago to be. Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, they had the picture side by side, the two of them during the filming, and then the two of them today. And yeah, that was Jason Tatum, the little boy. It was
It's crazy.
Wow.
crazy noise, crazy noise. So yeah, you learn something new every day. I learned that today. I have a question.
Okay.
I kind of put it out there for us because it's the new talk since that halftime performance. How did y'all enjoy the halftime performance for Beyonce? Did you see it on Christmas Day?
I actually didn't see it, but I heard it was supposedly phenomenal.
Yeah, I have a
I'd like to hear from somebody that saw it. Did you
Okay.
see it, Waze?
no, I didn't. So I'm going to back down.
Wow, look, y'all didn't watch the football games.
Yeah, well, I watched the games, but when Beyonce came, I was in the driving, so all I seen was that big. So I
All
didn't
you
get
saw was
it.
what?
White horse. That's it.
The White Horse. Okay. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it. I watched the whole thing. I was underwhelmed. I got it what she was doing. Is a reason for me to not be enamored by it. It wasn't for me. It was an opportunity for her to rub it in their faces that I got a country album, and my country album was a hit. And here's all my country album. Here's my country song. So all she performed was the country album. She
Okay.
performed songs from the country album. So I only knew one song, and that was "This Ain't Texas." Oh, hey,
Totally.
down, 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 down. The only song she did that I knew, and she closed with that, and it was cool. I watched, and she's great to look at. She's enjoyable to watch because she's fine, but other than that, it didn't do it for me. But of course, women always celebrate her, and a lot of people celebrate her just because she was brave enough to do that, and so be it.
So it definitely doesn't warrant these stupid little TikTok or YouTube short videos I keep seeing popping up saying comparing her performance to Michael Jackson's. It's not even close to that level.
No.
If that's what I'm hearing correctly.
Her Super Bowl
No,
performance wasn't even close to Michael Jackson's.
that's not what they're saying. They're saying that she has overtaken Michael Jackson as the greatest performer
Entertainer, yeah.
of all time, the greatest entertainer of all time.
And no.
And I'd like to know what your thoughts are on that too.
No. I'm sorry, but no.
Well, here's the thing. Michael Jackson appealed to people that were not specifically his fans. Beyonce doesn't. That's the difference.
I don't know. I kind of know what you're saying, but I don't agree per se. He was
I think she was.
all
I
his
think
fans.
she.
They were just all his fans. Everybody was a Michael Jackson fan. It was like you had 50-year-old people saying, I was a Michael Jackson fan when I was a kid, and now my grandkids are Michael Jackson fans.
Yep.
My kids are Michael Jackson fans. My grandkids are Michael Jackson fans.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Galore.
I haven't seen people passing out and damn near dying watching the
Thank
Beyonce
you. That's
concert.
what I was just about to say.
Well-
That's what I was just about to say.
But I've seen
I
that
never
watching the
seen-
Mike concert.
I never cry. Beyonce.
It just going off of
Why
OG.
do you cry when Michael Jackson walked outside? Michael Jackson. I don't ever see that with Beyonce. Not taking nothing away from her, but nah.
And
Nah.
it just kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying, OG. Beyonce has the Beehive, but Michael Jackson has the world, and that's that's the difference, really.
Yeah, I think they're underestimating how big Michael Jackson was.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Very badly misunderstood.
I mean, if you want to say your personal preference is Beyonce over Michael Jackson, I get that.
yeah.
Don't
Right.
tell me she's bigger than Mike. She's
No.
taking over. Mike is the greatest entertainer. If that's your personal preference, I get it. My personal preference is Prince, but I wouldn't say he overtook Mike as the great. As the great. As Mike is different.
Mm-hmm.
Mike was very different. I never really understood. I think it was just because they were together that Prince and Michael Jackson was compared. I don't think I think they're very different from each other, right? They're not the same kind of acts.
No, Mike was more of an entertainer, and Prince was a musician.
An artist, yeah. But at the same time, he was entertaining.
Yep.
And no, I still put the Prince and Michael Jackson Super Bowl halftime shows above any other as the greatest two live performances I've seen on television.
Yep.
Ever in my life. And then it's those two and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually might put Prince's Super Bowl halftime above Mike's.
Ain't no Mike for me. I will.
And I'll say they're interchangeable. I'm going to put Prince's, but I am admittedly biased. I'm a Prince fan.
Right.
I put Prince over because Prince was able to have one thing that no one else has had. He was able to command the weather to act right for him. Nothing's beating that.
Purple rain in the
Ain't
rain.
nothing beating that. What the hell? Like, yeah,
It was
you had this
magical.
great pyro. You had all these artists come out, but did the rain show up when you wanted to?
Right.
It was definitely a magical moment. But I tell you what, that intro, Michael Jackson's intro, was absolutely phenomenal. He didn't even look real. I thought it was it got to the point he was standing still for so long. You were like, oh no, I thought that was him because he popped up out the stage first.
Yep.
And boom, and he stopped and he's there. And you're like, damn, that was dope. You're watching it. Then you start saying, oh, that ain't him. That's just a statue. And then he goes, shoot. Like, oh shit, that is him. Those two performances were absolute next level. And I mean, and there's some great Super Bowl performances. There's great, and this wasn't a Super Bowl. I know it was a Christmas Day game, and she's done a couple of Super Bowls. She's done great. I mean, she's done some great performances. I put her definitely right up there in the conversation of the best there is today.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not saying.
I mean, okay, so my question is from a woman's perspective, like, just female artists, right? Who would start that conversation? If I be say,
your sound is fucking terrible, but I got the gist of it. So, as a female performer, is she top dog? I would say yeah.
Yeah. I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Who else is in that conversation? I mean, that's Taylor Swift.
Nope. I take that back. Janet is the number one female performer at the Super Bowl.
No, I'm taking Beyonce over Janet right now. I think the Beyonce is over. Definitely, I would say I would agree if they told me that Beyonce is overtaking Janet as the best female performer of all time. I think she is better. Yeah, I know Janet showed her boobs, but
I was gonna say, what else do you remember from Janet's Super Bowl performance?
Yeah, but I believe Beyonce is a better singer. She's a better dancer. I think she's better than Janet.
Yeah.
I think she's overtaken Janet by far. I think by a long shot. Yeah, I think. I mean, she's Taylor Swift is the only person that's on that level of Beyonce level right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's arguable depending on who you talk to.
Yeah. Then you got Ariana on her way up behind them. It has kind of.
We Wicked is actually really.
And then it's a really steep fall off from there.
Yeah, I agree. I used to love the first time I saw Sheila E. I thought I would never see a better female performance than that. She got up there playing the drums like fire. That was incredible. The first time I saw her, I was like, I thought I was sitting there going, "Oh, Prince gonna have trouble following this." That's how good I thought she was, but no, he didn't. He had no trouble whatsoever. That's it. Moving on. Speaking of Netflix, Netflix was in the news for something else this week. Not sure if you all are familiar with this miniseries on Netflix. It's called Super Sex. Super Sex has been raising eyebrows across the country and causing Netflix headaches and giving them a lot of people have been complaining because Super Sex is a story of a porn star wants to get out of the business. And so it is a lot of graphic sex activity in this show, allegedly. And,
I'm getting ready to get off the show. I'm about to go watch that.
Hold on. Go check my Netflix real quick.
I was gonna say it sounds like they need a new category on
'Cause
Netflix.
it wasn't there last night.
yeah, so there's a lot of complaints about it. People saying, "Oh, we seeing Kitty that starts with a P on Netflix," was one of the complaints that they received. Yeah, so
They don't say nothing about P Valley.
It's not on Netflix.
This is a porn. It's a story of a porn star. So he's. They're talking about the actual activity. It's a whole lot of.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
Bad dog.
There's a lot of sex going on. So
Nobody said nothing about P Valley though.
what are you talking about?
You ain't never seen
It's
that
not
show
on
P Valley?
Netflix. But it's not on
It's
Netflix.
Netflix.
But it's on HBO Max and Paramount and all that. But it's out
Think
there
about
for
what you just
people to watch
said.
too.
Think about what you just said. HBO Max. Bro,
That's 14.
you act like you ain't never been a teenager. HBO.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing surprising about that being aired there.
I mean,
HBO has
that's
some
all-
stuff.
as far as that goes, we talking HBO. We talking HBO. Game of Thrones had more sex than P Valley.
Boy, they had it shaved and fully bush. It didn't matter. They had it all there. They said we don't
They did.
discriminate.
Yeah, this is
Mhm.
Netflix. This is Netflix,
Yeah.
and that's where the complaint is. But yeah, I thought P Valley had a lot of nudity, but it didn't have a lot of sex.
Hey, what are they shocked by?
But I wasn't a big P Valley fan, so
Me
I
neither.
didn't watch it much. I didn't watch it much, but when the few episodes I saw, there's nudity because they work in a strip club, but I didn't see a lot of actual people having sex over graphic sex scenes, and evidently that's what happens in Super Sex.
It was just a matter of time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like people are acting so surprised, like they didn't see this being a possibility down the line. It should have been something that people jumped on well ahead of time. But this is America. We love to have something to complain about.
Remember, they used to have those Netflix codes where you had to put the code in and you could watch certain things.
No,
Yeah, I remember those.
I don't.
They were pouring on those.
Yeah, no, it's just people like to complain. They know they could have done something about that years ago.
Well, yeah, the story is the story of a porn star. So there's
Get your panties out of bunch.
well, they're talking about some people got kids, and they
First of all, here's the real question. Since they so upset about it, how'd they find it?
it's on Netflix looking for a movie.
How do they know what's in the show? Unless they watched it, how do they know what's
I
in
didn't see it.
They're going to
I
show
was
you stuff
looking-
that
They
you
cut it
looking
on.
for.
They cut it on. They watched it because it's a series. It's on Netflix. See what this is about, and they're like, "Oh my goodness,
They just mad because they didn't
this
get
is
it.
a
Like,
little, this is a little excess."
They didn't
And
read
it's
the parental
new?
advisory
It's new,
either.
you saying? It's new?
Evidently,
new.
I mean, it was a new story, so I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I just saw the story about it.
Because all I've seen was Squid Games and stuff like that. They've been advertising
Search
Squid Game.
for Super Sex. You'll find it.
I'm searching it now.
All right, move on. Let's
He
get
said,
out
"Don't
of
worry,
here.
I'm already on
All
it."
right, God damn it, let's move on. Let's get out of there. Out of there. Out of there. All right, so uh we talked a little bit last week about Latone Hart, and you had mentioned him being a mentor. He was a mentor, and I said he wasn't a mentor to me. He was more of a partner to me because I had a lot of mentors. I was older than Latone, so you got to understand. When I got to Wisconsin, I had been mentored by other guys, Billy T, Mason, and Jay Dixon. You know, those were my mentors.
Right.
Another was a guy. He's a legend here in Detroit. His name is David Humphreys, but he goes by the moniker of Hump the Grinder. He's the creator of Hair Wars, who some people out there may know of Hair Wars. That was a internationally known hair show. He created that. He also was a key person that was key promoting factor of the first rap tour, the Fresh Fest back in '84. And he today told a story, and and I told him I would share this, and I'm going to share it with him as well. So big ups to Hump the Grinder, one of my mentors, man. Nothing but love for that guy. So this is a story. He wanted to tell a story about the importance of Coca-Cola in hip hop. How does that work, right? So Coca-Cola, this is his words. I'm reading it. I'm just reading it direct. Coca-Cola had a lot to do with the growth of rap music in its early years. I know about this firsthand. If you have a minute, during the first year of the New York City Fresh Festival tour in '84, Swatch Watch was the sponsor. You ever remember Swatch Watch? Anybody remember? I had a Swatch Watch. Swatch Watch was the sponsor. I had it because of the Fresh Fest, as a matter of fact. I don't know what they spent, but I'm sure it wasn't what promoter Ricky Walker was after. But we all got a lot of free colorful watches. Around the middle of '84, while I was promoting the show in at least three more cities in the Midwest, I get a call from Ricky to fly down to Atlanta the next morning to drive a couple of Coca-Cola execs to the shows in Macon and Savannah, Georgia. He wanted them to experience this new phenomenon called rap music and support it. I didn't like the idea of leaving my cities to go down south to escort the execs because I had a lot of things going on. I'm in the middle of trying to sell out shows, but Ricky felt it was that I was the best person for the job. So he rented a Lincoln Town car. I flew down to Atlanta that next morning. I had a good time bragging about what the Fresh Fest could do for Coke's image and sales. They were talking about attaching the Sprite brand to the shows. While we're headed to our first stop in Macon, Ricky is busy working with the production crew during the show. The MC, Casual Cal, pumped up the crowd by having them shouting Sprite and throwing cans of Sprite in the audience. At the same time, the laser company had programmed the lights to say Sprite in green and white letters and had it dancing to the music. The two execs were sold on a partnership the first night. We went to Savannah anyway. Coca-Cola committed Sprite to sponsor the next tour with much bigger budget, which went a lot further and a lot bigger on the production. So that was the best news hip-hop industry heard at the time. It finally had a corporate America behind it, which took it to mainstream. It wasn't long after that, Coca-Cola signed Curtis Blow to an endorsement deal to promote Sprite. And that, folks, oh, by the way, Ricky Walker went on to create the Universal Circus, an exciting traveling hip-hop circus that's been successful for many years now. So there it is. So Ricky Walker doesn't get the credit he deserves for bringing Coca-Cola to rap music and putting rap on the map, but he does get credit for bringing the Universal Circus to your town. So, yeah, that's a little bit of hip-hop history for your ass.
I want to know how many people got knocked out by them cans of Sprite that was thrown in the crowd.
Yo, why you lumped up? Man, it was a Sprite fest up in there, bro.
So that is that.
That is your old school moment of the day.
That is an old school moment of the day. On to some news, man.
Hit with the Ken Sprite.
Got hit with the got to be more careful.
What Up Doe News?
In Georgia, I wish I had Manicam because y'all really need to see this picture to really bring this story to life. But you can find it in the What Up Doe group Facebook group. The What Up Doe group on Facebook. You can go in and find it because there's this guy. He's a teacher in Georgia. I'm picturing him. I can see him. But okay, so he looks like a man. He looks like a big old burly ugly dude. But he's wearing lipstick. Earrings and a blouse and a pink blouse. And he was arrested because he slapped a fifth grader who called him Mr. Lady.
Oh man. Oh, I gotta find this. Oh, oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my God.
So he got arrested.
Bro, cousin Bobby without the wig.
Bro. Oh.
Bro. I'm for real, cousin Bobby without the wig.
They called him Mr. Lady.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, why does he look like his name's George?
He do kind of look like George Floyd.
He look like he done got off the shrimp boat.
This dude, you gotta see this guy. To really bring this story to life, you have to go to the Facebook group.
What is up with that pink lipstick? Oh,
You gotta see this dude. I'm telling you, when you see him, you get it a whole lot better than I can explain it. But the lady has been arrested for slapping a fifth grader. He was not smarter then. In Florida, a pizza delivery lady stabbed her customer 14 times because she didn't get a big enough tip. This is crazy.
Damn. Oh, what?
Tip the pizza guy, folks. At least if it's a pizza lady, definitely tip her.
All right, my wife used to be a pizza delivery driver, and she has confessed to me many a times that this is what she wanted to do to some customers.
Well, I tipped them great because they got my food.
Yep.
Now for real.
Man,
They always ask you whenever I order from Jess, they'll ask, tip the driver?
What
I
I
sure
do is
do.
I put a tip in my when I pay sometimes. That's what I like about DoorDash.
Right.
Let me tip before they even get here. Yeah, so that's
Seriously.
Hey, OG, I think you got both your audios on.
say what?
I think both of your audios.
No, that's the John. That's the John.
Because I'm hearing double.
John needs headphones and a microphone. That's the deal. That's where that's coming from. That's from him.
Okay.
That's why it's delayed because you're hearing my delay in his. You hear me say it and then you hear it come out of his speaker.
Okay. Well, see, now I don't hear it. What the hell?
Exactly.
Oh, he's
Because
muted.
he addressed it because we're talking about it. He's muted. You see,
Trying to see what it was.
he muted himself. That's why you don't hear it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs to address his audio there. One last story, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And no, this one is not funny.
All right.
This is terrible. An Arkansas woman forgave the man that killed her mother, went and visited him in prison, befriended him. When he was released, she advocated for his release, got him a job working at the same house where he killed her mother. And then he murdered her in the same house where he killed her mother.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I always heard a snake will bite you. If a snake bites you once,
Guess what?
why in the hell do you let the snake back in the house?
Snake gonna be a snake, baby.
Mm-hmm.
If a snake bites you once, it's gonna bite you twice.
It's gonna ditch you again. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen.
No, see, that snake would have found himself. Yeah, never mind. I would have sounded like a cannibal if I would have just completed that chain of thought.
Well, I mean, I think I'm surprised he would have took it. If I was him, I'd have thought I was getting set up.
Oh yeah.
And if I was her, I probably would have been setting his ass up. Yeah, no, come on, I got your job. Come right on over here. Ain't this the room where you kill my mama?
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I'm probably not even that diabolical, man. I would not have been forgiving this dude and visiting this guy in prison and all of this stuff. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. Well, good thing he's not going back to jail because he tried to run from the cops and jumped in the water and couldn't swim and drowned. Drowned himself.
And then that's where in the story he finds his way onto a list in the next episode of the Smoke Exorcist website.
Yes, he jumped in a in a nearby river and couldn't swim, and they found his body floating.
Yeah. I'm with Waze on that one.
Yeah.
That's the first contestant this week.
No, I'm not. It was not funny though. That's why I came. But I get it. I get this way it goes. But yeah, no, I'm not. Anyway, let's change the mood. You know why? Because this is the last show of 2024. And we've got to talk about what's going on in 2024. What happened in the year? Let's have a little discussion, lighten the mood, talk about some things that happened in the year 2024, and look forward to the year 2025 to come. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to start with the easy because I think we all going to agree on that one. What do you think was the best song of 2024?
They not like us.
They not like us. They not like. I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close. And I'm gonna say this: but the top artist. This one gets a little tricky. Who's the best artist of 2024?
Now, see, somebody gonna be mad at me about this one. Who say the best artist of 2024 was Jelly Roll?
I can see why. You have a legitimate argument. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I didn't expect that one.
I'm not surprised he said that. He's a Jelly Roll fan.
I'm also a Kendrick fan, but Jelly Roll was the bigger name out there. Man, everywhere you looked on TV, he was there. Every award show, from country to the Grammys, to every award show, he was on the list.
He was everywhere.
He made an appearance on Beyonce's halftime show.
Yep.
Yeah. He was in all those places, but I can tell you where he wasn't.
And he was a feature on everybody. He was a feature on Eminem's record. He was a feature on Joyner Lucas, on one of Joyner Lucas's records. He was a feature on a lot of people's records this year. So
And he still didn't touch Kendrick's numbers.
I'm going with Kendrick.
He still didn't touch Kendrick's numbers.
I'm going with Kendrick. I think the Kendrick Drake battle is an iconic battle of hip hop in general, and it happened right here in 2024.
Yeah.
And I think it catapulted Kendrick to a different stratosphere, and I'm going Kendrick as a top artist. I'm not beefing with you. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that being your choice. I know you're a Jelly Roll fan, and Jelly Roll had a big year, but it wasn't Kendrick big.
Yeah. And I will say this about Jelly Roll is just this was like an unfortunate year for him to have that breakout year the way he did. Otherwise, he would absolutely have dominated this category. But K Dot came out there with that beef, and the way he put it in, it was over from there.
Yeah, we're gonna all be frozen right there. So,
All the way.
yeah, I hate those moments. But the thing is, oh, and didn't something just came out recently. I don't know who it was. I think it was Billboard. Did the top pop artists of 2024. By the way, Drake was not on the list. Boom. Kendrick Lamar was number one.
Mhm.
Boom. There you go. Like I said, pop is short for popular music, and hip hop is now part of pop. Is pop is not a genre in and of itself.
Right.
If you get big enough within your genre, you reach pop status,
Yeah.
and that's what that is. So when you say somebody is pop, you're saying they're successful. And I know that you hate success unless it's Jelly Roll. He likes Jelly Roll. You should produce a country album. All right, best movie or series that you saw in 2024. It's not a great year for movies, in my opinion.
Oh man.
Best movie, I'd have to say Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
For me, anyways.
I liked
I
it.
didn't even see it because Deadpool is not getting me again because I hated one. I took a chance and watched two, and I hated number two. I hated both of them damn sorry ass, corny ass movies. I'm sorry, I know y'all like that corny shit, but that shit is too corny for me. And he was just trying too hard to crack corny ass jokes, and it was terrible. I wasted my money on both of them. He will not get me again. I said it when I was sitting there watching Deadpool 2, I wasn't even halfway through the movie when I said, "You ain't get me again." This the last time you get me with this bullshit. So if that's what you want to say was your favorite movie, so be it. I get it. You're a fan. I'm not, and I didn't see it, so I can't comment no further than what I just did. But I didn't have to. I didn't even ask Dejan to unmute for that because I know I already knew his answer to both the best song and best artist.
Yeah.
I knew his answer to those. I knew he was in agreement with that. So
Yeah.
I'm going. But best movie or series?
For me, my bet I go with a movie. I go Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F.
Not bad.
Good choice.
Interesting choice. It makes me think of another one that I didn't think of. Because I went Bob Marley One Love.
Oh,
Bob Marley One Love was my favorite movie of the year. But I would say a fairly close second was Bad Boys 4.
yeah.
That-
I agree. Bad Boys 4 for sure.
okay, all right. Bad Boys 4 for Dejan. And yes, a very close second. But Bob Marley was for me the one.
Okay.
Your best album.
Oh.
Best album of 2024.
Mm.
Y'all not gonna like mine. Go ahead, D. He
Mm.
unmuted. He unmuted for it. Go on and let him shine. Go ahead, D.
I'm seeing J. Cole's.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because it was so fire behind the album. Was like every album was. I mean, every track was it. Every track. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Ice Cube's Man Down.
I can't wait till Dejan sees this and realize how bad he sounds on there. But we got it. We got the J. Cole. He gonna understand when he see it. He gonna see it. And go, yeah, damn, I was Sonic. All right, you going with Cube? You know what? I knew you were gonna go with Cube. I knew you were gonna go, and I'm similar, but I'm going with Snoop. I'm going with Snoop and Dre.
Missionary.
Yep, I'm going with
Okay.
Snoop and Dre's Missionary. I like it better. Than
Okay.
I like it better than Jay's album.
For me, when it comes to the popularity category of this, I go GNX. But my favorite album this year that I've listened to the most was Big X the Plugs Take Care.
Oh wow. Okay.
Bunch of minute and a half songs. You cannot tell a story in a minute and a half. I'm sorry.
Hey, it was good. I enjoyed the album. So it's a matter of opinion. That's how music works.
GNX was a close second for me. I thought somebody would say GNX. I thought that was a close second for me, but I really like that Snoop and Dre album. I really do.
I was actually just listening to the album before we started the show.
Okay, yeah, I really like that. But I like GNX too. GNX is really good. I mean, it's got some good songs on it. And Master. All right. That is taking over. That is taking
Somebody
over.
on TikTok. Somebody on TikTok had did it's this page called There. I Ruined It.
You just ruined it for me.
Damn.
TikTok and Jelly Roll. God damn. Anyway,
but no, somebody had did the Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You,"
and we gotta hear this. We gotta hear this. You and this TikTok. You too old for TikTok.
Go ahead.
You and TikTok news.
That's a question though.
Best sports highlight.
Oh,
there you go. Okay, cool.
There's mine. All right, I got y'all. My favorite sports highlight this year was Noah Lyles taking gold in the 100-meter.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one. It was close though, man. Whoo, that was close. He almost lost that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a big one though. You got one, D? You got one, Rob?
I'd say Simone Biles, her floor routine.
Okay, that was fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna say Anthony Edwards. This Ant-Man, his dunk highlights is crazy. All right, yeah. So
I think I got all y'all beat on this one. I think I won this one.
Uh-oh.
I got Saquon doing the backwards jump.
Oh, man.
The backwards hurdle.
Yes.
I got Saquon doing the backwards hurdle. That was the most amazing thing I saw all year. That one won for me. Which brings a second category, another category that I don't have and I didn't share with y'all earlier before the show, so y'all might not be prepared, but it brings another one. The best touchdown celebration.
Oh, dang.
Oh, I'm gonna say the Vikings doing the dance from the movie.
Oh, from the movie. Oh, doing the white girls, the white girls movie.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Okay, that was a good one.
That was mine as well.
That was yours too. Okay, yeah. I thought one of y'all was going to say the ray gun when he did this.
I'm gonna say St. Brown doing the stump the yard when he slid on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with St. Brown too, but I'm going with St. Brown when they did the Powerball Z. I thought that was the most amazing touchdown celebration I ever saw when Gibbs did the whoop and whoop like that, and he flew back like he just got hit with. Oh, and I thought that was the dopest. Because when I first saw it, I was like, what the hell happened? I didn't know what happened. I had to see it again. I thought that was the dopest dopest celebration I've ever seen. But a close second was when Minnesota did the ray gun when they did the Olympics. That's a close second for me. That was my favorite too. So yeah, there was some Detroit and Minnesota have been going at it with the celebrations. They've been down. The best viral video.
Oh, I got this.
Two. I got one that probably wouldn't really count in this category, but I didn't want to put another category. But it's not the one that it was like I had one in mind and then I thought of another one and I was like, well, that should kind of count too. But what you got, Wade?
Now, what would viral video? Are you talking
It's
any
on
kind
you.
of viral video or like a
Yes, it's on you.
podcast?
It's on you.
Okay, dope. Cat Williams.
That's the one I got.
Cat Williams. Easy, hands down.
That's the one I got. Same thing. But I do have a close second. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put any of the 20 V1s that Lil Woody did.
Okay. I'm actually my close second, which was actually my first until I thought of Cat. When I thought like Wade was thinking, I was like, but I don't want to put this podcast because that's going to be. Then I got to put myself down. So I just left that as I've kept Cat as. But what about the Hawk Tour? The Hawk Tour girl.
Oh no, yeah.
There is that one.
That's a close second for me. Is the Hawk?
All right, here's a close second for me. Diddy got that ooh swash, whoo swash.
Oh yeah, Orlando Brown in general. Period.
Yeah. The swoosh whoosh wash is definitely up there. That's definitely up there.
Hey, you already mentioned it too, OG. What you call it? The celebration the Vikings did. I completely forgot already.
Ray Gun?
Yeah, Ray Gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ray Gun. But that was not. I don't know. That was Olympics though. That's not really. Just wasn't made. It wasn't made for video for internet.
I was thinking more of all the memes.
Most surprising or biggest lost, biggest lost, referring to deaths, as in deaths for celebrity deaths.
James Earl Jones.
That is my number one.
That is mine too. I've got a 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
James Jones. That's James Earl Jones and Quincy Jones.
My 1B is Carl Withers.
That was a big one, but not Quincy was a big one for me. Quincy was bigger for me.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already talked about how big Michael Jackson is, and he made.
I'm gonna say Rich Homie Quan.
That was surprising. That one caught me off guard. That one came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one came out of nowhere.
And then the only other one that really affected me, I don't know how most people, but I was a huge Candyman watcher. So when Tony Todd died, that one I was like, oh wait, I wasn't.
Yeah, that was. I wasn't a big Candyman, but I like him in other stuff that I've seen him in. But yeah, that one surprised me as well. I didn't see that one coming. So rest in peace to all those celebrity deaths, all the people we lost in 2024, celebrity or not. Biggest sports story. I've got two for this one.
How bad the Bears suck.
That's not a big story.
No, that was only a surprise to you. And that guy that predicted them to be first in the division.
Yeah,
you and that guy. So I got a couple of them. I'll throw one out and let y'all run from there, and then I'll throw my second one. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark going to the WNBA and their rivalry, and how big they made the WNBA news on a regular basis. That was interesting. That was big.
Yeah, it was.
I got one then.
Go ahead, because I got another one.
The Dodgers win the World Series.
Ooh, huge. Mookie, yes. Great World Series, by the way, for the non-baseball fan. It was a good one to see because you had the stars out there for this one, and that's what's been the star power has been missing from World Series lately. This one had the star power, and they came out and they showed out, and it wasn't no walk the big star so he don't get to hit the ball. No, you got to pitch to this dude. I hate intentional walks when it's not a necessary thing when it's just to dodge a batter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get intentional walks when I got a runner on second and nobody on first, so we walk him so that we can have a force out at third. I get that, right? But when you just intentional walk somebody to dodge him so he don't get to hit, that's cowardice to me. But it was none of that going on.
Good.
You had my boy Shohei Ohtani. It was Aaron Judge. It was baseball, baby, at its best. Great World Series.
Mm.
What about Logan Paul and Mike Tyson fighting? How about that?
I don't want to talk about
Hey,
that.
I'm gonna say Steph Curry joining his first Olympic team.
Yeah.
And taking
That was
gold.
big. Yeah, and taking gold. That was his first time ever joining the Olympics. I was like, dang, he'd never really been on the Olympics.
Never did it.
I got another one, but I'll let you go.
Go ahead. What you got?
Y'all familiar with Mikey Williams,
No.
basketball? He was a basketball player. He got caught up in like an assault case. He was supposed to be the next biggest thing going. He was like bigger than Bronny, almost. He was supposed to go and get coached by. He was supposed to go to LSU or something. Somebody supposed to be his coach, but he wound up going to jail or whatever. And he was like big. He was like huge. Like LeBron was at all of his games. He was huge.
Speaking of that, though, what about Bronny James going to the NBA? LeBron and his son being the first father-son combo to play together in the NBA. That's a big story.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It would actually be bigger if Bronny wasn't sitting in the G League right now.
I don't think it would. I mean, not really. I don't think it gets bigger.
It's still a historic moment that can't be taken away.
Exactly. The bigger story is LeBron being able to stay in the league long enough for his son to be there, and to see it happen was huge.
And that's rare for any sport.
That's like rare for any sport. You're right. Baseball, I think, is the only other sport it's been done in.
Yeah, the Griffies.
Griffies, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think they played for the same team, did they?
Actually, yes, they did.
Okay.
They hit back-to-back home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the baseball is the only other sport it's been done in. So yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. That for basketball players don't last that long. LeBron is Iron Man. It's incredible what he's doing. It's incredible to see him still play at this high of a level. I mean, he just played on Christmas Day. He played in 2003 on Christmas Day, and he put up almost identical numbers. 21 years later. How many? You can't name me 5 players that's been in the league 21 years, leave alone still putting up the same type of production they put up 21 years ago. Man, it's incredible stuff, man. Incredible stuff. He gets hated on a lot, but they gonna miss him when he gone. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Last one, and I guess I just I thought of it. I was trying to find a category to put this one in. Oh, you know what? I gotta go back. I missed it. I was about to say I gotta go back because there's something I missed. I did miss it. The biggest news story.
That's easy. Did he?
Or did he not? Yeah.
Diddler.
I tell you, it's a very close second. I got a close second. Actually, I thought of it before I thought of Diddy. And then when I thought Diddy, I was like, Trump getting shot and healing up in less than a week. He is the greatest healer of all time. The doctor said he is the greatest healer he's ever seen. He got shot in the ear with an AR-15 and was healed in a week.
There was a gaping wound.
Not a scratch on him.
I mean, Trump winning the presidency is a pretty big story.
Yeah.
Now, does that make us all felons?
Huh?
Nothing.
Hey, does that mean the felons can get hired at McDonald's now?
Yeah, they've been could get
It's a
hired at
good question.
McDonald's.
They work with me. That's for
No,
sure.
it was just like, yeah, I've been known some felons to work at McDonald's.
There's a lot of places where a felon can't work.
That's true.
Yeah,
It
is very true.
You can be president.
You can't even get a house as a felon. But you
can't
get the White
vote.
House.
You can't vote for president, but you can be president. How about that?
This is America.
All right, last but not least, best quote. The best quote you heard in 2024. I think I got y'all beat.
Oh,
I think I got the best. I only came up with this category because I couldn't think of another category to put it in. But this had to be said.
nah.
The greatest quote of 2024.
You vote for me, you'll never have to vote again.
Oh, damn. I got a better quote than that, though.
Go ahead.
You got to tell Diddy no.
That's a good one. That's strong and fun. That's strong as answer. That's strong as answer. You gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no. And it was before the news broke. It was before the news broke. You gotta tell him no. Oh, you got one, D?
Nah, I'll go past me.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
They're eating the pets. he was mad when he said it too.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Oh boy. Man, I want to say this has been a lot of fun. Thank y'all for joining us. We are going to miss you until next year, but that'll be next week. How about that? I want y'all to have a happy new year. I hope you had a great Christmas. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Roku. We'll be coming on Booms TV next year. That's coming up in a month. Next month, we'll be on Booms TV. So make sure you tune in for it. Or just go to the channel, Woods Network on YouTube, and you can see all the content, all of our shows. We got the What Up Doe show. We got the Smoke Session 612. We've got the Waves Verse. We've got the Showdown. We've got the Off Season, and much, much more to come. So we really appreciate you guys. Like it what you see if you like what you see. Big ups to Johnny the Mechanic. I hope you ain't offended that I addressed you online, but this is how I like to talk. It's too much to say like this. I had to say it like this, and I got nothing but love for you, my brother. It wasn't personal. It's all football. And big ups to Hump the Grinder. Thanks for allowing me to share your story. I appreciate you giving me that permission. And other than that, want to say thanks to the crew that right here that's with me: DJ Rob 45, my Graphic Wizard Ways, and Big Stepper Dune in the building with the terrible audio. But he looks good, but he looks fantastic. Yo, and I'm your boy, OG Tim Wilson. Until next year, Happy New Year to you guys. Y'all take care, and we out of here. Let's see. How should we go out? I got something for y'all. I got something for you. So there was this, every year, Mad Skills out of Virginia used to do a wrap-up. And then he retired it. Uncle Murder came in, and there was 2 wrap-ups a year, and he just stopped doing it and said, I'm done. This is my last one. He's out. Well, he's back, and this is it. Mad Skills wrap-up 2024. We out. Peace.
Yeah. Oh, you wasn't expecting this. What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mad Skills. I had a great year. I got nominated for a Grammy this year. Best spoken word poetry album. Yeah.
The 7 number ones.
Your boy Mad Skills, just to wrap up. Let's go, come on. I've been gone for a minute, now I'm back with the wrap up. Crazy ass year, so you know I'm about to act up. And it starts right now. It's about to go down. Take us to the A. The homie went crazy on that Super Bowl stage, A. And that song was a bop. Then y'all came for Jermaine and his lollipop socks. Snoop did the Olympics. Cat Williams told all y'all business. Club Shay Shay was the vibe. Was Shannon Sharp really fucking on live? And we don't wanna relive that ish. Damn, we ain't need to hear that shit. Andre 3K gave rap the boot. Y'all so whack, 3 stacks picked up his flute. And Nelly and Ashanti was back in the street. And Cardi said, you ain't about to offset my piece. So y'all about ready? Alright, let's go. Yeah, this the wrap up 2024. So y'all about ready? Alright, let's go. Bro, this the wrap up 2024. Shout to Shabuzi, Tipsy got love. Shout to Casanat, but we don't know what he does. Young black millionaires, yeah, I'm with that. But the hop to a girl, who the hell did that? Beyonce the queen, can't doubt that fact. Y'all was in the hood with boots and cowboy hat. Been in gym proof, they the fallout crew. Dame Dash Chief was like, we gon' fall out too. And my Tesla robot gon' have me spoiled. Teach a shiny ass how to make a seafood boil. And I don't wanna hear peep from Elon Musk. And that D-Wade statue, come on, bruh. They not like us, cause we just listen and we don't judge. And y'all sat Biden down cause he wouldn't win. Kamala was like, alright, y'all come tap in. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show it. But baby, with Meg and Glorilla, and they tried to shoot Trump but they missed. And we was like, damn, that ear healed up quick. Like, did he? Really? But we couldn't prove it. Speaking of Diddy, he say he ain't do it. He was denying that all day. Woke up and saw Diddy in the hallway. I know y'all about ready? Alright, let's go. Nah, this the wrap up 2024. Y'all about ready? Alright, let's go. Nah, this the wrap up 2025. That video broke my heart. You know how many people this gon' tear apart? That whole situation is sickening. And my thoughts and prayers are with the victims. But one thing I wanna know, what the hell was all the baby oil for? My granny done made that clear. One bottle of baby oil could last 3 years. Yep. And breakdancing was a failure. Y'all came for that white girl from Australia. I was like, I don't care who wins, as long as one have to sit through this again. Justin got pulled over, he was tipsy. The hole in that fell turned to Swifties. I should be more demure, whatever that means. LeBron and his son did something we never seen. And by the summertime, it was real versus fake. And Kendrick came out and ran a number on Drake. And OVO was like, Drizzy, what we gon' do? And he was like, know what? I think we gon' sue. Trump beat Kamala, that was up next. Clearly, this country got a thing for sex. That's where we at, crashed out, I guess. President thinks that we out here eating pets? So what does it all mean? It means they still using that scheme that they call the American dream. And my people been here from the start. For 400 years, they've been giving us scraps. And we somehow turn that into art. And you telling us we ain't smart? See, the thing is, it's not even cool until we do it. And when they do what they not supposed to do, we just supposed to be cool and push through it. So shout to Kamala, cause she tried. And I tip my hat to all of those women who didn't get that position, even though they were overqualified. And every day we get more mortified. These are facts. We probably about to see a lot more killing and a lot more villains, cause our country applauds that. So if you crash out, just don't crash here, cause it's about to be good versus evil. And we lost a lot of good people this past year. So take care of yourselves and each other. It's about to be a wild ride. Y'all put your seatbelts on. Welcome to 2025.
Oh, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?